I had many plans for today's video. In fact, 3, 4 ideas that I wanted to cover. But then I just came out of a consultation and I thought just makes sense to really take whatever happened in that 1 hour and document that on the video here. And this conversation was about referrals. How referrals, are they still valid? Do they still work? Should I still do it in my consulting business? That was the conversation, that was the discussion. So, and overall, it was a very difficult thing for me to convey, but I did, and I took a position with my point of view on it, and I want to share that point of view with you on this video. Again, if you are an entrepreneur, you are in a profession of selling, any level, B2B, B2C, any of that stuff. You are a coach, author, speaker, trainer, consultant, then this video is for you. And we are talking about should we still depend on referrals? And my answer from the out of the gate, my answer is no. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to justify that. I do not, if I look at my 15 years of my active, coaching, consulting, in fact, over 15 years now, like really in active business from 2005, so 20 years, almost 19 years now. And I can hardly count 3 or 4 referrals that I worked with. Okay. Why? Because I'll tell you why, but first of all, let's talk about why referrals are not a good strategy. Primarily, if you are even in a if you're in a tangible business. So I'm in an intangible business. I'm doing coaching, consulting, but let's say you're in a tangible business. That means you're selling products, or maybe a direct service like a plumbing service or something like that. Yeah, they're good, but the problem is it's not scalable. You can't scale it. So, and if I just depend on referrals, then my challenge is that I'm not in control of the sale. I'm dependent on somebody else's timeline. And I'm also dependent on somebody else's motivation to get a service done or to buy something. And I need to provide a zillion different justifications why I am better. And no amount of justification will suffice, by the way. Okay. So, in order to get a sale, you need to be in control of the environment. By environment, what I mean is the conversation, the number of touch points, your ability to ask questions. I mean, and the prospect's attention, your position, your mindset in the conversation. Quite a number of things play into environment. So if you are not in control, so you're not in control of timeline, you're not in control of their motivation, and then you are not in control. Period. That's why I don't like referrals. Now, then this leads to a very difficult situation with the quality of the clients you get. Oftentimes they are the quality is, they're unqualified. They don't know you, they don't know what they're buying, they're still very early in their decision making process. You have to do a lot of heavy lifting, that's obvious. But then the biggest obstacle is most of the times these people are price sensitive. They will negotiate with you on price. Even though the best of your clients might have referred them, they will still negotiate with you. At that point, something happens to them. They are undermining the value you delivered to their friend or whoever referred them. And that part has not been properly conveyed to them. The only thing that they want the similar service or better than what the other person got, but at a lower price. So this is my observation. You let me know, what your experience is, specifically when it comes to price sensitivity. Okay. People who depend on businesses who depend on referrals usually do not have a lead gen strategy, do not have a content marketing strategy, do not have a paid traffic strategy. Essentially, they don't have, any strategy. They wake up in the morning, they wait for a referral to happen. I've seen a couple of my real estate, broker clients who go through this challenge. I have referrals. I've done so many transactions. Why should I depend on cold lead gen? Well, you're not controlling the sale at that point. Then there is also this issue where you can't measure, you can't improve anything that you're doing because you can't measure. And you don't have control to begin with. That's the biggest obstacle I have. But in fact, I have even a bigger obstacle. I'll tell you in a second. You can't measure. You can't measure the leads, how many leads came in, how many people converted, how many, referred you, none of that. So, because you can't measure the metrics, then there's no metrics to begin with. So you can't track, you can't measure, so no metrics. And there is no good feedback loop. That destroys your business, literally. I'll tell you one very interesting thing. I do not share these video links anywhere. I reluctantly send these video links to 1 or 2 people. That's it. I do not share it on Facebook. I do not share them on every day. Every day I produce a video. Every day I post it here. In fact, that has been my pace for the last few weeks now. I do not share these videos or the video links anywhere else. Why? Because I want to be very clear. I'm here on YouTube. I want to be on YouTube. Can I send emails to my email list? Yes. I don't do it. I mean, I may, but that's not the point. Majority of the email, in at least a majority of my clients are already subscribed to this channel. So, or handful of them. So the point is, I want clear metrics. So imagine a situation where you are constantly reaching out and getting referrals, and you really don't know whether your business can organically grow. Okay. And the biggest of all these, I mean, these are some good solid reasons, but the biggest one is what I have seen is every time whenever I never depended, but whenever I got a referral, I was put in a weak authority position. Now, this individual doesn't know my values, my beliefs. They have not gone through my sales pages. They have not gone through my videos. They have not gone through my emails. They have not been indoctrinated. You do not indoctrinate, you cannot sell, period. There's no conversions. I mean, you're not selling a $10, $20 product. Yes, of course, you can sell on amplification of the pain, what your solution can do and positioning your solution for a $27, let's say, or $37, $47, $97. Yeah. But then we're talking real, business here. We're talking about high ticket clients. And if your sale is $5, $10, $15, $20, $50, $100,000, you are not going to get that sale unless your prospect is indoctrinated. There is no way it's going to happen. So diminish the authority position. Now, authority position goes away in any sale. You don't have any sale. You don't have business. Now, am I saying no to referrals? No. No. If you are a good entrepreneur, you're good at sales, then your job is to quickly take a referral in and then indoctrinate that lead very quickly through the process. So that's where your mastery comes. That's where your skill comes. You still cater that lead. You still evolve that lead, but you got to understand that this could happen. And if that happens, then question is, are you prepared for it? Okay. So, big proponent of organic, content driven sales conversions, lead gen and conversion. Even bigger proponent of paid traffic. That's where I stand. Occasionally here and there, a few referrals, great, awesome. But that's not a strategy. That's not the plan. That's not the goal. Okay. I'm going to stop here. Hopefully this was helpful. That was the conversation then. Do me a favor, if this was helpful, like this video so I can reach more people. And if you subscribe to the channel, I'll be in front of you literally on a daily basis with my point of view when it comes to philosophy, psychology, entrepreneurship, sales, persuasion, sales influence, leadership, all of that on this channel. Okay. That's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and it's getting dark, and I will be back with you as early as tomorrow. Depends what time you're watching this video. Take care. Bye now.